All right, welcome back. Episode 8. We've made it.
We've made it to the Ocho.
The final competition. So we've got some highlights to talk about here. We're going to talk about the Final Four and our winners, and then all of the other accomplishments that we've got for the month. So to start us off, the 4 and the 8 seed, Xenia and Florence. A little underwhelming in week 3, to say the least. No points scored, but based on the tiebreakers that we came up with, Xenia wrote 100% quality so far in March. So they get the tiebreaker there. They were a little behind on mission, but 100% quality.
Yeah, it didn't look too good for them going into the championship. No enlistments. We have to see what happens there. So.
And then on the other side, the Titans, Coleraine and Grove City. Grove City ran out of gas.
Oh yeah, they gave everything in the first round.
Yep, they got their contributor bonus. They got their lead line bonus. I think the only thing they got in week 3 was their week 3 lead line, and then I think they had some BC CSM bonus points that they had earned early. Yeah. So
Sergeant Minnie got there some points.
He did. 3 enlistments for the month, I believe. And then Coleraine, just absolute powerhouse. 22 points in week 3.
Wow.
By far the most, more than some other groups combined.
Yeah.
Just absolutely crushing it. Sergeant Gifford and her team absolutely putting in work.
Just kicked down the door to get to the final.
Absolutely. Earned their place, 100% made it.
Great job.
Yep, and that's the Final Four. And then we've got the championship.
For the championship, we have Xenia versus Coleraine. It's Pioneer March Madness.
Here it is. Xenia gets there, 6 X-ray, and then Coleraine's there. Mission week. Sergeant Gifford was up here kicking down my door. What's the points? What's the points? Who are we facing? I was like, I think you got Xenia in the final round. And she's like, I'm going to go pull this roll report right now. And she just appeared, writing a senior, writing a waiver. Great push. I think they went something crazy like 210% for the quarter, 400% for March.
Wow.
Outstanding.
Willing herself in there,
Yep. And then Xenia, quiet, consistent. They only had 2 contracts for the week. One of them was quality, and then they got some of those bonus points. So in the end, they got that 8% contributor bonus. Championship week, 11 points to Coleraine 7.
Saved the best for last there, Columbus's Cinderella, right?
They are.
Right there, the 8 seed, going all the way into the final, and then had some in the tank,
Yeah, would have never guessed. Coming out of Group 6, the group that we had the least expectations out of, which we'll get to later. Absolutely crushed March, by the way. And then, getting that 8-point bonus, winning 11-7 over Coleraine. Started ranking in the boys. Just carried it to...
Made it happen.
Well done. Absolutely exciting. I mean, doing the math, I was like, no way. There's no way. And the points, I was like, he gets a bonus point, they get a bonus point. I actually had to go through the map of every single station to make sure that we had the recruiter contribution bonus. Because doing the BC bonus points by week, tedious. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was super exciting going through, seeing everybody. I think we had 3 or 4 recruiters with 3 enlistments apiece in March. Yeah, some absolutely heavy hitters going through there. Speaking of MVPs for the tournament, who took it overall?
Here it is. MVPs, we just mentioned her. Of course, she's the MVP, right? Staff Sergeant Gifford out of Coleraine.
100%. 10 enlistments in second quarter. She said, the CG wants 11? Okay, I'll do that in 3 months. Sounds good. Yep. And then close behind, didn't make it to the tournament. Maybe consolation that they lost to Xenia in the first round. Sergeant Job, the Dasser, the Lewis and Clark Award of Excellence.
Lewis and Clark Award of Excellence.
Absolutely crushing. I think he had 7 for the tournament. He was part of that crazy train that Chile had rolling all the way through January and February. But yeah, started well the first week of March and then just didn't have enough steam to get all the way through.
Oh yeah, that's that'll happen sometimes. You start strong, you get to the big dance. That's where you separate the players from the players going home.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Xenia, like we talked about Florence being consistent, but in March it was absolutely Xenia. Absolutely. All quality, lead line every single week, and then got that contribution bonus at the end to win it all. Great work by them.
Yeah, and I mean, I can just say real quick, 7 enlistments, that's something that happened in the recruiting division. But 10, there's not a lot of people in the recruiting division that can say they wrote 10 enlistments in a quarter.
Absolutely.
That's a really an amazing accomplishment right there.
Yeah, and so that rounds it out for the bracket. But then even for the groups, we've also got some people that won some 3-day weekends for their production in the quarter. You want to hit those stations?
Yeah, here we go. Coleraine, Westchester, Grove City, Hillsboro, Chillicothe, Ashland, Westerville, Galley, Springfield, and Florence.
Absolutely amazing. I don't think we've ever had that many stations close out 100% volume in the second quarter.
10 stations.
Yep. And then we had another 6 stations that only missed it by 1, just by the skin of their teeth, so close. But also, of the 8 teams that we had in our final tournament, 6 of them closed out their volume mission. So it goes to show if you can perform in the tournament, you'll accomplish a mission.
You make that mission.
Yep. Well done there. And then also, we've got the company winners. Coming out of nowhere, Columbus. 108 points in March.
Wow.
262 total for the competition. So they'll win the company overall. Cincinnati, great RSM March. Eked out over Lancaster and took that second spot by only 4 points over Lancaster.
Yeah, real proud of Cincinnati for that one. You know, they came from way down. Actually, 2 really good performances here because there was a time, you know, I said this last episode, I thought Columbus was not going to catch up to Lancaster. And they did. And they made that lead insurmountable. But here comes Cincinnati. You know, they wanted it, and they came right down, reached for it, fell a little bit short. But there's something to be said about that, you know, coming down from, I think it was like 20 points down.
Yeah, they were pushing hard to the end. And then, we talked about Group 6. 4 out of 5 stations scoring 19 and plus points. When we talk about people phoning it in, Group 6 was like, nope, absolutely not. We got a mission to prove. Delaware 26 points, Charleston 22 points, Middletown 20 points, and Xenia 19 points. Lowest in their group, but still won the tournament.
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's phenomenal competition. I don't know how we're going to top this in third quarter. We got to get the juices flowing for another type of competition. But speaking of second quarter, Columbus Battalion took number 1 in the brigade for contribution rate, and then we were just off for total mission production, right behind Chicago. They got us by a little bit. And then Miami Valley, number 1 company in the brigade for second quarter for contribution rate. Did a great job. And then for RSM March, Cincinnati, best in the brigade for contribution rate. Eked out every other company.
There you go.
Yep. And then for Marauder Madness, Columbus Company won the large station, or the large company, so they won that bracket. And then in the medium, we had Lancaster and Barbersville, both in the top 5. And then Miami Valley also in the top 5. So phenomenal showing from the battalion in Marauder Madness. I sat in on the brigade AAR today. Nothing but great things to say. I was like, yeah, this is how you sit in for the BC. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, yes, ma'am, sure. Done. Yeah, appreciate all the hard work you guys put in. This has been absolutely a phenomenal time keeping track of the points, building brackets, talking smack around the headquarters. And we love seeing you guys come up here with your remote devs. We're going to keep running. Yeah. It's going to be a good time. Thanks for all your effort. We'll see you next quarter.
Look for us. We got something coming out for you.
Courage and grit.
Grit to win.